Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born in Brooklyn, New York on February 17, 1963. His parents, Dolores and James R. Jordan Sr., were happy to give birth to this soon-to-be athletic legend. He is the fourth child out of 5. If you didn't already know, Michael is called Air Jordan, or his airness. Fans in the NBA gave him this name because he could dunk the ball and stay in the air for a long time. He has also made a movie called The Last Dance about his career and written many books about his life and work. Career. Michael Jordan went to high school in Wilmington, North Carolina at the Laney High School. Michael didn't make the team as a sophomore because he was too short. This made him want to show how good he was, even more. The following year, he grew 4 inches and worked hard to earn a spot. Michael averaged 25 points per game as a senior. This led Duke, South Carolina, Syracuse, and Virginia to offer him scholarships. He promised to go to college in North Carolina to play ball. Jordan averaged 17.7 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.8 assists per game while he was in college. He was put on the first team of the NCAA. Jordan played college ball for 3 years before putting his name in the draft. The Chicago Bulls picked him with the 3rd overall pick in the 1984 NBA draft. One of the best draft years ever since it included Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, and John Stockton. Talk about a legendary draft. Most of us know about MJ's career since many people think he was the best player ever, but here are a few interesting things about MJ. Jordan is the only basketball player with 6 rings who has never lost a championship final. Michael is the first player to win the final MVP award 3 times in a row. Michael scored 63 points in a playoff game, which is a record. He did this against the Boston Celtics, who are one of the best teams of all time. Larry Bird claimed that he was God dressed as Michael Jordan since he was so incredibly talented. He also has a career average of 30.1 points per game, which is the best in history. What a way to stack those records. Jordan is also known for his tongue-out dunk and his ability to grab the ball. Because of what he did for basketball, he also got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Now that we know a bit about Michael's career in basketball, let's talk about how he made his money. Contract. Michael signed a 5-year, $6.3 million deal with the Chicago Bulls after they picked him in the draft. The Bulls were amazed by Jordan's skills right away, and he led the team to the playoffs every single year. In September 1988, Jordan signed an 8-year, $25.7 million rookie contract. After his father died in October 1993, Jordan stopped playing basketball and began playing baseball. Jordan came back to the NBA a year later. In the 2 seasons after that, he was paid $30 million and $33 million. Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and Phil Jackson were all going to leave the team soon, so MJ decided to leave as well. Jordan came back to play basketball 2 years after he retired. Jordan rounded out his playing career while also becoming a part owner of the Washington Wizards, where he signed a 2-year, $2.03 million deal. His airness made more than $93 million just in salary during his time as a player. Endorsements. Michael Jordan was successful early on, and brands couldn't wait to work with him. In his first year, Chevrolet gave him his first endorsement, a $200,000 deal. Michael's best endorsement deal has been with Nike, where he initially signed a 5-year contract worth a cool $500,000, getting $250,000 up front, as well as a signature shoe called the Air Jordan. With sales of $126 million in the first year, the Nike Air Jordan 1 never looked back. The rest is history, and Nike, fashion, and player endorsements all changed because of the Air Jordan sneaker line. The Jordan brand is worth more than $4 billion by itself today. That doesn't include the other basketball lines held by Nike. Today, Nike is worth more than $180 billion, and a big part of that is because of what Jordan did for the company in the 1980s. The Jordans are still very popular, and Michael Jordan gets 5% royalty of every sale. So Michael still makes more than $150 million a year from Nike alone. That's crazy. Because of his deal with McDonald's, he was the first famous person to have a meal named after him. He also works with Gatorade, Ballpark Franks, Upper Deck, Hanes, Rayovac, and Wheaties. Cars. If you're the best player of all time, you have access to more luxury than anyone else. Jordan likes nice cars, and he has a few of them in his driveway. His car collection includes a Chevrolet Corvette C5, a convertible Porsche 930 Turbo, a Toyota Land Cruiser J80 by Lorenzer, a Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, the Ferrari 512 TR, a Mercedes W140 S600 Coupe, a Porsche 993 Turbo S, Aston Martin DB7 Volante, a Bentley Continental GT, a Cadillac XLR-V, and a Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir. He also has been seen driving his silver McLaren Mercedes SLR 722, which is a fast car. What a way to get around. Yacht. As the saying goes, millionaires buy mansions, billionaires buy yachts. Because MJ loves the sea, he spent $80 million on a sleek super yacht. This yacht is 230 feet long and has a full-size basketball court on board. He also owns a boat called Catch 23 that costs $8 million. Mansion. Michael owns a mansion in Chicago, which shouldn't be a surprise since he played basketball for the Chicago Bulls his whole life. This mansion is in the suburb of Highland Park. It is more than 56,000 square feet and sits on 7 acres of land. This house has a basketball court and 9 bedrooms. It also has 5 full bathrooms and 4 half bathrooms. This property has an infinity pool, a full-fledged golf course, a tennis court, several outdoor sitting areas, and a 32,000 square foot living space. This house has been for sale for years, but no one has shown any interest. It was first priced at $29 million, but now it's only $15 million. He also owns 2 mansions in North Carolina where he lives. The first one was bought in 2013 on the shore of a lake. It's over 12,300 square feet, has 6 bedrooms, an outdoor pool, and a private dock that goes out into the lake. Air Jordan paid $2,800,000 to buy this beauty. MJ also owns a luxury condo that is over 7,000 square feet on the 7th floor of the Trust Building in Charlotte. The Hornets Arena is just a short walk away, which is very convenient for the GOAT. This was for sale at the time for $1,750,000. He also has homes in both Utah and Florida. Investments. His Airness is a good basketball player, but he has also made some great investments. In 2006, MJ bought a small share of the Hornets, making him the second largest shareholder. 4 years later, he bought controlling shares, making him the first player to own most of an NBA team. He put $180 million into this venture. About $1.5 billion is how much the Hornets are worth right now. In 2020, he joined forces with NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin to form a NASCAR team with Bubba Wallace. The team was called 2311. He also owns DraftKings, a golf course, and a steakhouse in New York. Charity. Jordan won over fans not only with his good looks and fadeaway jumpers, but also with his desire to give back to his community on a regular basis. Jordan has helped the Make-A-Wish Foundation for more than 30 years. He also gave all of his salary to 9/11 charities in 2002. When a hurricane hit in 2018 and then again in 2019, he helped with the relief efforts each time. Michael has also given a lot of money to a number of charities, including the Miami Pro, United Negro College Fund, and many others. Talk about a heart of gold. Love life. Jordan married Juanita in 1990, and it was 12 years before they started having problems. During the 16 years that Jordan was married to Juanita, they had 3 children. In 2002, they filed for divorce because they couldn't work out their differences. However, they were able to save their relationship for 4 years before agreeing to finally split up. It was said that Juanita received $168 million from the divorce, making it one of the most expensive breakups in history. After his divorce, Jordan fell in love with Cuban-American model Yvette Prieto in 2008. After dating for 5 years, the 2 lovebirds got married in 2013. They now have 2 happy children. The 2 are still together, and it's great to see Yvette out and about with MJ. Net worth. You've all been waiting for this moment, and it's finally here. What is Michael Jordan's net value? Air Jordan has the most money of any basketball player ever. Michael has a net worth of $1.7 billion. MJ is the real GOAT. Do you think he's the greatest basketball player still in the game? Hope you all enjoyed the video. Please consider dropping a like and subscribe to the channel for more celebrity and basketball content.